What's up, YouTube? It is time to finish my temple. So, gotta farm energy first, unfortunately. Gotta farm some crystals. But once I get 60 crystals, I think 60 crystals should be enough to finish the temple. The second leg of the temple is a lot easier than the first. So, I think today will be the day. Oh, divine in a random map. Interesting. I'm gonna go back to the double bone cage setup. Yesterday I was playing around with the detonate dead a little bit. For mapping, the double bone cage setup is better. For temple, the detonate dead build, the setup might actually be a little bit better. One bone cage, one detonate dead, and cast on crit, just because it's the mobs have such high health in the temple. But both feel really good in the temple, honestly. Alright, we're off to a good start. Loving this luck so far. Do a couple of trades real quick. Nice spread on those right now. What about these guys? No. So 3 div for 1 preserved collarbone? That's crazy. Oh, that's not right. Okay, this is a nice spread. Let's do 50. Alright, we'll go with that for now. Oh. Actually, one trade I do want to do. Big money trades. Look at the spread on that. Oh, 395. I'm not sure of these. Eh. Oh, I need to change. Was doing some testing of twink leveling build and realized I need to change my loot filter back. If I were to get in the temple with a not very strict loot filter, it'd be not good. Lots of loot on the screen. What the hell are you to the boss? Apparently I didn't hit him. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing good. How are you? Oh yeah, what changes are you testing? You're the one that was doing you're doing like using unearth and stuff in the cast on crit, right? Gotcha. That's interesting. That's one of the things I haven't tested. Tried a lot of different skills in the cast on crit. One of the things I really like, especially in temple or like against really juiced maps, is using detonate dead as the second skill in cast on crit, since it does scale with physical spell levels. The use of despair is pretty interesting. I ruled that out pretty early just because of the how Doedre's works with scaling its damage scaling based on the level of the skill or the level of the curse. But it makes sense that it would really boost the poison damage a lot coming from your cast on crit. I thought that was a cool change. Yeah, that's cool. Are you using Bone Storm for bossing still? And how does it feel using poison and bleed for those? Oh, I didn't know that about the about Unearth waking up those mobs. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, I love Bone Storm. It's such a fun skill. How much have you invested into the build at this point? I feel like I've barely even scratched the surface of like the power level potential of this build. But all the like gear upgrades that I could get at this point would just be insanely expensive. And I spent all my currency experimenting. That's not too bad. I like using the boar rite of passage to get bleed too. I think that's cool. Because normally bleed would be hard to fit in on this build. I was trying to come up with something on Blood Mage to do like a no poison but all bleed version of this build on Blood Mage, but I don't know, I kind of gave up on the idea. It's pretty challenging. Free extra fire, bleed, and damage mitigation. Yeah, I agree. Free mapping divine. Alright, 13 more maps. We're getting close. Can't wait to get back in the temple. So close to finishing. Didn't mean to fight the boss. This boss is annoying. Wow, I can't believe he got underground. There we go. $11 more. We're getting close. Oh, we love to see it. This one I should probably kill the boss. PoE Ninja? Should be in the video description or the description of the live chat. If you can't see it, let me know. I can drop it in the chat. Or the build guide to this video is in there, and the PoE Ninja's in that video description as well. Out of maps. Yeah, no problem. Well, thank you. That's nice. I should fight this boss. I'll throw this on real quick. Actually, come to think of it, I think the POB link or the PoE Ninja link in the build guide video might be a little bit outdated. I have made a couple of tweaks to the build since then. The version in the video is still great, but I made a couple little tweaks that made it a little bit better. There we go. Now we got some maps. 6 more than temple time. Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to think I've definitely tested a lot too. There's definitely I do like the fact that it's very versatile. Like there are a lot of ways to play it, and I feel like people keep coming up with like new ways to like different ways to play it and different skill combinations that still work for it. I like that it's versatile. Shoot, yesterday I even just for fun tested out using instead of using Bone Cage and Cast on Crit, just using 2 Thrashing Vines. That was pretty fun too. Used 2 Thrashing Vines and Thunderstorm in Cast on Crit, and you get a ton of instances of big vines popping out of the ground. Pretty cool. Turn the build into a plant daddy. Detonate Dead's fun to use with it. Yeah, a lot of fun things to do with it, and the poison just makes it so powerful. Every variation I've tested where I tried to go for straight up front damage, like just boosting the physical damage more so than the and then like not investing in poison, has always been worse. Like every time I invest more into poison, the overall DPS is way higher. Hey, how's it going, Topics? How are you doing? Good seeing you on the stream again. And yes, all is definitely well. Plan on finishing the temple tonight. It's been a long time coming. Took me a couple weeks to finish this one. I would say the biggest downside of this build is its defenses. It's a tiny bit squishy. I made a Lich version, which actually got pretty good DPS too, and was more tanky, but no poison, so overall the DPS was a lot lower. Physical damage is great with the poison. Yeah, I agree. I was really surprised that it, like, how powerful this build became. Like, I kind of knew it had potential, but it kind of blew me out of the water just how powerful it actually ended up being. Chillin'. You bought a tempo for temple building? Nice. Man, you must have been sitting on a lot of currency. How much are Temporalis right now? Last I looked, there were like 3 or 4 mirrors. There was like 3 mirrors for like the crappiest, like poorly corrupted versions. Is this worth anything? I don't think so. Not item level 78. Just get rid of it. Did I already do this one? Yeah. Oops. Didn't turn this into a 6 mod map. I don't know how that happened. What build are you doing with Temporalis? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I heard they kind of like nerfed how many of them drop. So yeah, the prices went back. I haven't looked at the prices on them in a while, but I assume they're a lot more expensive now. 200 omens of light. That's it's crazy. You got me curious now. I want to see what the prices are on them. Omen of light. Okay, back up to almost 50 divs. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, congratulations on getting a Temporalis. That's exciting. Check temple real quick. How much more energy do I need? Okay, 3 more maps. Um, yeah, that is the correct single target combo. If you're struggling to one shot, there could be a couple things happening. It could be, for one, you're hitting the boss while they're in their damage reduction phase. So if you hit the boss like the moment they spawn in, they're going to be taking like significantly less damage. I think it's like 90% less damage. It's hard to one shot through that. You're going to need to have higher one hit DPS than 1.6 million to make that happen. The other thing is you can try to do the what's it called, soul offering tech. So that'll give you a big damage buff too. So if you're using blink, then you turn off blink, turn on skeletal cleric minion, and then the correct order would be, I actually generally recommend thunderstorm first, but sigil of power first is fine. So thunderstorm, sigil of power, soul offering, and then bone storm. I'll demonstrate it right here. So thunderstorm, sigil of power, soul offering, and now like my DPS is 6.5 million on. I've got some headhunter buffs which are probably contributing to that, but and then so there's a one shot. You do need to have pretty high damage numbers to be one shotting. So yeah, I guess my other advice would be try to find ways to boost your damage numbers higher. 1.6 million, if that's in hideout DPS, is still pretty good though. Okay. Oh crap, I don't think I got the crystals on that map. Or did I? Oh, I got them. I'm good. We're good. We're good. At Zeri's staff instead of using Plague Finger. Those Gandus physicals might be something there. You can roll Spell Leech. Interesting. Is the Spell Leech a cultivated mod? I think I have one of those staffs like sitting in my stash right now. These guys. Spells which cost life gain percent of damage as extra physical. The level of skill gems rolls up to 5. If you could corrupt that to 6 would be cool. And then what does this give? Projectiles which shatter mirrors are copied 7 times. Appear in your presence. The fact that you can get Spell Leech on it is really nice. Using it instead of... Do you mean use it instead of Plague Finger or use it instead of the body armor? Because if it gives Spell Leech, there might be some potential for using it in place of the body armor. Not having the life remnants would be painful though. I feel like the life remnants actually helps more than the Spell Leech does. And Plague Finger we're using for the poison chance. So there might be something with this. This Mirror of Refraction might help with the Bone Storm. I couldn't really say though. I haven't experimented with this staff very much or at all actually. There might be something fun to be done with this though. Good luck hunting for a megalomaniac. It's tough to find good ones. You can always settle for a just a rare jewel too. Yeah, when I made a Lich version of this build, I wasn't using Plague Finger on it because I was trying to make a version that didn't use poison to see if I could get the upfront damage to be higher. And I succeeded by a little bit, but the poison helps so much that it didn't really feel that good. Yeah. A good Megalo is very expensive. Like the one that I showcased in the video, I feel like I got very lucky buying this for the price that I did. I think I bought it for like 2,000 divines. I honestly think it's worth more. But that's still a lot to drop on one jewel. I had to fight the boss. Might as well cleanse the zone while I'm here. Yeah. I bought a few also. I actually think if you want to settle for a single node, well, the thing with the Megalos is you can always. I'm pretty sure I talked to you about this before, Victor. But just for the others here, like when you're shopping for a Megalo, always consider what your amulet anoint is too. So like on mine, I have stacking toxins anointed, but if I can find that on a Megalo, then I can anoint something else on my amulet instead. And, you know, I would say the cheapest route to go is probably buy a Megalomaniac with stacking toxins on it, and then anoint something like Cooked, because Cooked is probably the most powerful crit node on the tree for this build, since we don't feel any of the downsides. It's really nice. Okay, I think that's it. I think it's temple time. Yeah, we got our 60 energy. All right, here we go. We got a thaumaturge, so we can drop this one here. It'll be a 50-50 on which of these gets deleted, unless I get more locks. Gotta lock that guy. And should I see if we can get, what do I need? I need a garrison. Okay, no luck. Yeah, the good temple RNG, man. There was one day when all I needed was a thaumaturge. I want to say I was waiting for this in the first chain, this thaumaturge. And I had this corruption chamber. I was like, okay, all I need is a thaumaturge. And I spent the whole day, I think I farmed like 30 temples, and I didn't see a single thaumaturge. I was like starting to lose it. I was like ready to give up on the temple. I was getting so frustrated. Then it finally happened. Good luck. I wish you the best of RNG. Right now I need good RNG with locks. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, I'm just realizing I've got this on. Come on, show me the locks. You know, I'm gonna throw detonate dead back on. I think it might actually be a little bit better than a second bone cage in the temple. Come on, reroll medallion? What is this? Where are my locks at? Synth Flesh Lab, get out of here. No medallions. I should be picking up waystones actually. I'm a little short. I might have to let my second chain die if I don't get any more locks. This is crazy. Crazy how bad of luck I'm having. It's like a cruel joke, the lack of locks. And then if I already have like 5 locks, then it'll be like every room drops a lock. When it rains, it pours. Oh, there's a lock. We got one. Pure chaos and critical exploit. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Like the one that I have is better than that because critical exploit is just crit chance. They're very good. Megalomaniacs are very expensive. Yeah, 2600 div it's a lot to drop on just one jewel. Would be a great damage buff, but it's like, is that worth it? Depends on how much currency you have. Reverberation. I'm not familiar with that node. Let me check on that. Where's POB? I've kind of just started the second snake. I think I have like 3 rooms, and I don't know, I might let it die right now because I only got 1 lock in that last run. I feel like I almost want to just take time to save up locks. %, AoE for spells. That along with pure chaos. How many divines is it? It's not bad. Extra AoE is definitely nice on the build. To optimize for damage, you could take that pure chaos and reverberation, ditch this whole tree. You'll have less AoE, but then you can invest in more damage. So if you just ignore this little section right here, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes, and then you could invest that into more crit somewhere else on the tree. Oh. That makes sense. Gotcha. Yeah, I think if I were using that one, that's what I would do with it. Could be an option. Okay, the question now is, do I let this second chain die because I only have one lock? Yeah, I'm just going to save the lock. I feel like only having, like, closing the temple with no locks just does not feel good. So let's see, 50-50 on whether we lose this one or this one. Oh, sweet. Okay. So yeah, we lost the second chain, obviously, but now we can lock this. We'll reroll. We got a golem works. Oh, I already had a golem works card. That's funny. Dang it, I should have used that because there was a smithy in the other roll. Oh well. All good. We run it. Ooh, dropped 17 divines that run. Alright, can we get some more locks this run? I've definitely done temple runs where I've dropped like 5 locks in a single run. I could really go for a run like that right now. It's the wrong medallion. Uh, this is me. Is what megalomaniac are you using? Hey, we got a lock. Since you said you were testing some different ones, what one did you settle on? Shredding Force and the Great Boar. The Great Boar is down here, right? Life per dex. Interesting. Yeah, that definitely helps. Come on, man, not this stupid Esta Zunti or whatever. Give me more locks. I want all the locks. Yeah, I agree. Definitely worth it to supplement for some survival. That's very true. One thing I wish I could solve on the build was the how difficult it is, like how annoying it is to cast Bone Storm with life because it just drains your life and you're not leeching life while while you're channeling it. That was one thing I did like about the Lich version of this build was I was able to stack enough mana regeneration to infinitely channel Bone Storm, which was kind of cool. And the damage was still pretty good, but I wasn't able to one-shot things. The poison DPS makes a huge difference. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Nice. That's cool that you made the build. What's your question? It's weak as F. Um, there could be a lot of reasons for that. Tell me a little bit more about how you set it up. What kind of gear are you using? $600K with +3 Prism of Belief. Okay, what level is your Bone Storm sitting at with the +3? You don't have the lineage gem? The Ulnatols? These are very expensive. I think they're like 300 div. Uh, it doesn't make that huge of a difference. Mine is very buffed right now because of all the headhunter buffs, which is why it's like 7 mil. I don't even have the +3 on right now, but okay, level 34. So level 34 with a +3 Prism of Belief tells me that you're missing plus level of skills somewhere on your build. Like mine without the +3 is sitting at level 37. If I put the +3 on, my Bone Storm is level 40. So I would look at your gear, you know, are you missing plus levels somewhere? Like my wand, for example, gives me +6. I got another 4 here, +3 there, plus another 2 on my focus. So that's the first thing I would look at. And then also double check that you're using, you want to make sure you're using level 21 Bone Storm. Yeah, make sure your Bone Storm, the gem itself, is a corrupted level 21. Okay, +5 on wand, +3 on Ami, +2 on focus is good. Do you have the Vertex Helm? A +3 would be fine there. It'll still get you close. Then once you have the levels, well, +3 in Vertex is fine. I mean, that's only 1 less. With Spirit is good. Yeah, +3 is fine there, but you're definitely missing levels from somewhere else. So what level is your Bone Storm gem? Like the gem by itself? If I pull mine out, see it's level 21. If you're only using like a level 18 or 19, that'll make a huge difference to get a level 21. And then, yeah, that would be the next question I would ask is what's your crit chance, crit damage, and then how much increased spell damage are you, or increased damage are you stacking on your attribute nodes? Yeah, percent increase fizz on wand is a good thing to look at. Or just percent increase spell damage. Yeah, what other modifiers do you have on your wand? Okay, 77% crit chance is good. Your crit damage is pretty low. I think mine sits around 600 and something percent in hideout. So that will definitely make a big difference. But yeah, first make sure you're getting your skill levels. With a +3 Vertex and the +3 Prism of Belief Bone Storm, you should have a Bone Storm of level 39. So the fact that yours is only level 34 means you're missing something. Plus level of skills is going to be the biggest boost to your Bone Storm levels. And the easiest way to boost the level of that is to make sure you have a, like I was saying before, a level 21 Bone Storm gem. I had a guy come in here into my stream last week, shortly after I released the build guide video, and he said his Bone Storm was at like 800k, and he was using a level 18 Bone Storm gem. And when he changed it to level 21, his DPS went to like 1.7 million or something. Yeah, definitely try that. He was able to double his DPS just by upgrading the gem by itself. Yeah, no problem. If that doesn't work, if you try that, or if you're still struggling to find ways to improve the DPS on Bone Storm, just let me know, and we can, if you want to create like a POB or a PoE Ninja link or something for me to take a look at it, I'd be happy to take a look at your build and look for ways that you can improve on it. It's kind of fun for me to look at people's builds and tweak. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that die. Okay, we got 2 locks now. And an upgrade. Yeah. What's up? Yeah, no problem. Always happy to help. Happy to help as long as you don't mind me pulling it up on stream. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want me to do that, let me know. I'll just need a way that I can look at your build, so PoE Ninja link or something like that. If you have POB, you can generate a PoE Ninja link in there, and then it won't let you post a link in the YouTube chat. YouTube is kind of annoying about that. I guess they're worried about people spamming links in chats, so they'll automatically hide it, so I won't be able to see it. But you can add me on Discord and send me a link there. Okay, cool. Absolutely. All right, where's the temple RNG tonight? I've not been seeing enough locks. A reroll. It's the wrong medallion. That's a lock. Finally, we got one. Another level up medallion. Another one, interesting. All right. Got a smithy. So maybe I'll plop this down, plop the smithy down. See if we can get an armory. No luck. Got a couple level ups. So now all of our smithies are level 2 or level 3. Smithies do drop lock medallions, so maybe we'll get lucky. Definitely need more though. Victor, this is me was saying he has the one that has pure chaos and the great boar. I think he might have been offering it to you. Thank you. Hopefully I will get more locks. Right now I'm playing it conservative. I'm not really building this second chain up until I have a couple locks on hand. As soon as I can start getting a little bit more luck though. Building the rest of this temple should go fast. Oh, that's right. You had the great boar on the one you were using. That's right. Nice. Congrats on that. Yeah, now just upgrade it with a level 20 skill gem to level 21 and you're good to go. going on here? Okay, we got a lock. Fairly early in the temple. It's a good sign. Guess I'll take a commander. Corruption chamber too, not bad. I'll need that eventually. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you were definitely missing a few levels there. That explains why your Bone Storm was a little weaker. That plus the crit damage bonus. But yeah, once you get more, once you level up a little bit higher, you'll be able to boost the damage pretty quickly. You're welcome. Have a good night, Victor. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that'll make a huge difference. Hey, we got a second lock. Can we get a third one? Am I being greedy? Yeah, when you build the temple, you'll start leveling really, really fast. You can also leech off of other people's temples too if you want to level fast. You see people posting in that about that in global chat all the time. Just follow them. You'll get quite a few levels from a single temple run. Mage. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's true. I've paid people to leech in my temple before. It increases the loot like crazy. I guess I do have the patience. I start losing my patience when I'm building fully fleshed out temples, but I find it fun at the same time. It's like annoying at times when you're getting bad lock RNG like I am right now, but once you finally get it built, it's so satisfying. This is my second Giga temple, so not my first rodeo. I'm definitely not building a third one though, I'll tell you that much. Six characters, wow. I just leveled up a fourth character yesterday, but I've probably done like 10 different builds. Like, I just keep re-rolling my characters and trying different things. This is actually, I think, the fifth build I've tried on my Pathfinder. Okay. Yeah, I think for any new characters that I create at this point, I'm just going to do like the boss rush version of the temple. That's a lot quicker to set up. It's fun experimenting with things though, right? Like, honestly, that's one of my favorite things to do in this game is just like try out different fun builds and see if I can make something viable. Or if somebody else is running something that looks really cool, just going and trying that out. Okay, I've got 3 locks. We're not doing too terribly. All right, I'm going to be ballsy and lock the second chain. Kind of feels wrong to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, didn't get what I need. Interesting. Why so many different of like the same class or this yeah, the same class? Like why have three witches, for example? Is it like so you can have one of each ascendancy or I feel like what I usually end up doing is just like if I want to do like another ranger build, for example, I just use this one ranger and buy different gear for it and stuff and just respec it and then save all the gear for the other one. Because you can change the ascendancy, right? But yeah, I guess if you wanted to be able to like quickly go from one to another, it's nice to have different characters for that. It's a lot of characters though, man. What's your favorite build of the league? Yeah, makes sense. It is annoying to switch ascendancies. Okay, Bobby's got some build variety in there. You've kind of tried a little of everything. That's cool. I have a tactician. That was my league starter. And then I made my Pathfinder, and I started the Pathfinder off as a. Actually, I went Deadeye first and played Twister, and then I switched to Pathfinder, playing Twister still. That was a super strong build. That's actually the build I played when I was first building the temple, and I got to level 100 with that build. And then I've tried like 5 builds since then, or 4 or 5 since then on Pathfinder, and this is definitely my favorite. Cast on Crit, Comet, Blood Mage. Yeah. Cast on Crit, Comet, Blood Mage has been my favorite archetype for several leagues now. And I think this league I'm finally burnt out on it. But this league I didn't actually play a Blood Mage version of it. I played the Oracle version, which was super fun. But I think I'm done with Cast on Crit Comet for now. I used grenades to level with my Deadeye too. I used grenades to level up with several of my characters actually. It's a very fast way to level. I actually came up with a twink way to level a caster though. That's probably the strongest, at least the strongest version of a campaign caster I've seen so far. It's weird because it got like buffed this league. cast on crit comet. They buffed the comet damage a lot, actually. They buffed the fire infused comet damage. As much as I hate to say it, I think what really needs to be, well, I think they should nerf a little bit the DPS of comet itself, and then I do think it makes sense to nerf Doedre's Undoing a little bit. As much fun as it is, it's a little OP. I also think they just need to bring up the strength of a lot of other builds. It was a very surprising buff. Yeah, makes sense to do that for trials. Hey, we found a lock. I only have 2. That's not enough. Yeah, that was what I hated most about, or what I didn't like most about Twister, was the boss DPS is pretty bad. It's just hard to get the Twisters to hit bosses. They're too random. Think they'll lower the crit chance on Doedre's? It's already pretty low. I think if they did that, it wouldn't really solve the problem. I guess it would make Blood Mage then would be the OP class for it, because Blood Mage automatically gets 15% spell crit. I think maybe a nerf of the base DPS of Doedre's. It's pretty high. The Doedre's Undoing base DPS is on par with what you get from a similar level on Chaos Bolt. It's like Withering Wands. Which is just crazy to me because it's just like a huge AoE to be having that much damage. The looping that's available in meta skill gems. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense to put up Frostwall on the boss. Frostwall is a nice DPS boost. Get a lot of overlapping explosions. Yeah, that is true. The triple stacking nature of the Doedre's Undoing. They could probably make it so that Doedre's Undoing, like maybe you can't use it with Spell Cascade or something. Or like maybe you can't use curses with Spell Cascade. So then you'd only get one circle coming up at a time. That might be an effective way to nerf it. It would still be powerful, but it would be definitely a lot less. Because So when you really think about it, if, like, let's say you're not using Doedre's Undoing, what's the point of having Spell Cascade and a Curse? Like, it doesn't actually make very much sense. So they could definitely just disable that. That's true. That would disable the infinite mana exploit. What do you, maybe I'm not understanding, what do you mean by looping? The infinite mana exploit is using, there's a, one of the like ancient gems, or I'll show you. There's a gem you can put in your gloves, or an augment you can put in your gloves that makes it so when you have multiple curse areas down at once, you recover mana equal to like the amount of the cost of that skill. But since you have 3 of them down, it triples it. I might not be explaining it right, but that's the general idea. It's one of these. Quipolotl's Thesis. Yeah, each runic inscription from your curse skills causes you to regenerate mana per second equal to 10% of that skill's mana cost. That's per 10% of that skill's mana cost per second. And then since you can have multiple of them down at once, it gives you a lot. And then you can put them on gloves where you have 60% increased effective socketed items, and you boost that number even more. But Doedre's Undoing into cast on crit. Oh. Will generate cast on crit meta energy, same with cast on ailment. That makes sense. Then you'd use a different skill to trigger cast on crit. Alright, I got a couple locks that time. Let's see if we can get an armory. I swear the algorithm used for the temple knows what room you need and goes out of its way to not give you what you want. Okay, let me check it out real quick. Looks like this video. I mean, with Temporalis, Choir of the Storm, because you just get so many cast on crit procs from the lightning bolt triggering itself. Look at this guy doing a bunch of math. Iva Markova builds are crazy. Also, you look at her gear and it's like, oh yeah, she's running a wand that's sanctified plus 6 level of skills. She's got an amulet sanctified plus 4 level of spell skills and stuff. Everything's just super min-max. She's running with adorned and everything. It's like 15 mirror builds. Okay, let's... Whoa, sorry, that's loud. This is just insta delete everything. What is the self-cast ability? Arc? Let me look at the skill gems. So Spark with Lightning Bolts. Cast on Ailment with, I assume that's Living Bomb. No, Fire? What is that? It's got Arc in there. This build looks crazy. Oh, and then the windscreen boots or whatever that makes it so curses have no activation time. That makes sense. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm too poor to try something like that, but... Well, I guess you could do it, yeah. Like you said, you could do it without Temporalis, but... Oh, okay. That makes sense. Cold infusions for Spark. Yeah. The ethical use of Doedres is still OP. What do I want to level up next? This Alchemy Lab? Maybe I'll do the Corruption Chambers first. Can put this right here. Okay, let's see like a 3 or 4 lock run. That would be nice. Oh, really? What's your Frostbolt character? Frostbolt, I actually really like Frostbolt. I think it's fun. Ooh, an armory card. That's exactly the room I needed. Frostbolt with cast on ailment. Are you just using that to cast more Frostbolts, or are you using like Comet or something else? Are you doing the reverse chill tech too, or is that that's something I haven't tried yet this league? Looks pretty fun. Okay. That sounds like a pretty cool build. Okay, a lock. Okay, I've got 2. Hey, another one. Destroys everything on and off screen. Yeah, that's crazy. Comet's just overpowered, man. So. Are you doing mana stacking on your Blood Mage? It's one thing that sounds pretty cool. Seems like mana stacking on Blood Mage is really OP with some of the cultivated mods you can get on Wrathpith this league. Oh, really? Frostwall is very strong. It's a really satisfying skill, too. Also really good for triggering cast on crit. Okay, we got another lock. Hell yeah. I think I can bail on this temple run. Okay, we'll lock this room. Close the temple. Look at that. Armory. Garrison. Commander. Garrison. Commander. Most productive turn. I did more in that one turn than I've done the whole night on the temple. Oh, I love it. All right, second chain's finally up and running. Oh, crap. I'm dumb. I had another garrison. Oh well. Not a big deal. Garrisons are very common. Yeah, that's cool. I love loops like that. Infinite chains. I like it's like Herald chaining too. I like the poison bleed chains that you can get. Poison bleed like explosion chains that you can get using Herald of Plague, Herald of Blood, and what's it called? Bursting Plague. It's a really satisfying loop. So, unfortunately, Herald of Blood and Herald of Plague only work if you're holding a martial weapon. So, maybe it might be possible to do a minion build. Maybe if you have like a martial weapon and maybe like a spear or something, and then a scepter offhand, you might be able to make something like that work. But yeah, it does add some complexity to it. That could be pretty cool though. I've never been a huge fan of minion builds myself, but I'm also not opposed to it if there's a cool build. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Scytha's Spear would work for that. Or maybe even, isn't there something you can do with the Adziri Spear? Has good synergy with Bleed. Yeah, minions definitely need some work. Oh, interesting. Damage you leech is also leeched by minions. That sounds cool. What helmet is it that gets that cultivated mod? Because you can get +2 minion skills on a rare helmet. Oh, I'm lagging. Okay, my internet took a crap on itself for a second there. I'm back. Okay, yeah. Yeah, definitely link it to me in game. Oh, there's the lag again. It's a crazy lag spike. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. It seems like my stream connection is okay, but my in-game connection is terrible. Okay, are we back? Nope. Okay. Yeah, it might be server lag. It just happens randomly. It's definitely been a problem with the game, I feel like, since launch, so I've kind of always experienced that here and there. Oh, there it goes again. Corona of the Red Sun. Leeching life from your hits causes allies in your presence to also leech the same amount of life. Interesting. Yeah, there's probably something you could do with that. You would definitely have to be doing some sort of physical hits with your spear or something. Oh my god, this lag is insane. I'm about to lag out. Yep, there it goes. Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, it can be spell leech. If you're using like the Covenant robe or something, or playing on a Blood Mage. Let's see, am I gonna need another armory? End up needing another armory over there, so sure, I'll grab that. No more locks though. I've got to let this garrison die. That's unfortunate. Okay. Level up this corruption chamber. We'll lock that. I'll wait to lock the second chain. Running out of temple runs. Maybe I won't finish the temple tonight. The loot's definitely starting to ramp in here. There's a lock. Alright, save the second chain. Maybe I can get lucky and get a second medallion. That'd be nice. Was really hoping to finish the temple tonight and get in at least one at Ziri run. But I'm not sure that's going to happen now. A lot of things need to go right in these next few runs. guess I can keep going. So I'll actually run the full temple. All right. No luck with locks, but that is okay. We'll save the second chain. Let's hope we get... Okay, we got a garrison. That's all we can do for now. Only got a couple runs left. I don't think I'm going to do another round of temple runs tonight, so I'll probably have to save the rest of the building for tomorrow. I'm also debating starting a new build tomorrow for leveling a new character. I kind of want to build a Disciple of Varashta. Seems like there's some fun stuff you can do with that. That's a lock. Early lock. That's nice. Alright, another lock. Let's go. Okay. If I need to ditch anything, I'll probably ditch the alchemy lab to grab another lock if another one drops. Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm gonna make one tomorrow. I'm not 100% certain what I want to do with it yet. I'm thinking maybe something with, been wanting to do something with lightning skills. So I might try like a lightning spells Varashta. I think I would do it as a pure caster with the, you can wield a staff and a focus at the same time. I need to think on it a little bit though. Oh, that makes sense. I think that's true for most builds, right? I actually theory crafted a version of this build using Adorned and was able to squeeze out a lot more DPS. I was actually able to like just about double the DPS on this build over what I have now if I get an Adorned. But not something I'm actually going to try to pull off in game because I don't want to try to save up for an Adorned, but fun to think about. Why do you say for Varashta in particular that the top end's kind of locked behind Adorned? Oh, you're right. Yeah, you can. I forgot about that. You can boost the radius of time lost. And yeah, Adorn does work with time lost jewels. I don't know. I haven't seen people doing a lot with that particular ascendancy node. Maybe I mean, I haven't looked at too many Varashta builds, so maybe people are, but it doesn't seem like there'd be a lot of benefit to increasing the radius on time lost jewels. Because you just end up having to spend a lot more of your passive points in a specific area to get benefit. And probably end up grabbing a lot of nodes that you probably wouldn't normally grab. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Alright, I'm gonna bail after this. I'll lock the second chain. True. Yeah, I agree. I think Oracle definitely takes advantage of time lost jewels the most, just because of the node where you pick up keystones and you can grab everything in radius of the keystone. It's so powerful. That's what I'm doing on my Oracle. An Adorned on my Oracle would give me a huge damage buff. Let's see, I can pull up my Oracle, my current tree. It's like I just have time lost jewels everywhere. Just tons of crit bonus. Tons of crit bonus. This one's like all crit chance. Really? There's only minion crit on time lost jewels? There's none on the tree? There's these nodes. They're pretty powerful. There's a couple, but yeah, not a lot. Oracle's got some. Yeah, very, very little minion crit on the tree. Minion ailment magnitude would be kind of interesting if it exists. Okay, what do I need? A commander? Look at this. I'm not going to get any commanders now. Oh, got one. Commander. Garrison. That there for now. Sure, why not? Yeah, you get so much. You can get so much value out of time lost jewels. The crazy thing is they're not that hard to craft either. I feel like next league I'm going to take advantage of how powerful time lost jewels are and craft on them early and try to make a ton of profit because they're, yeah, like I said, they're not that hard to craft. It's getting there. We're getting pretty close. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it tonight, unfortunately, like I was hoping, but definitely one more session after this and it'll be done for sure. Then I just have to level everything up. But even that, I think I'm like halfway done with leveling up the rooms in the temple. Still really bad luck on the lock RNG tonight. My luck hasn't turned yet. feel like I'm hanging on to this temple by a thread. There's a lock. Ooh, two spy masters in a row dropping locks. Let's go. Third lock. What is going on here? Let's go. Finally, my luck is turning. I probably just jinxed myself by saying that, but it's looking good. Thank you, thank you. It's good talking to you. Hope to see you again in future streams. Yeah, if you end up doing a minion build, let me know too, or something else with the Disciple of Varashta. So I'm definitely looking to try some new builds myself. Another lock. That's for this temple. Hell yeah. Alright, we got one more temple run. Oh, and we get no commanders. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. 4 locks. Alright, last run for the night. Should probably put some of this stuff away. Couple of divines. It's raining divines. Haven't gotten any locks yet this run. Come on, man. Give me locks. None yet this round. 4 last round, 0 so far this round. I didn't see what that medallion was. Lame. Awesome. I'm glad you're having fun with it. It's a really fun build, isn't it? I'm having a blast on it. Been playing it for a while now, and I still honestly think it's my favorite build that I've played in PoE so far, or PoE 2. No locks that run. Rough. I'll run this second chain, but I doubt I'll get a lock in here. Actually, can any of these rooms even get locks? Yeah, none of these could even drop locks. Might as well just bail. Alright. Wow, 2,500 divs? What stats did you get on it? Curious what a 2,500 div time loss looks like right now. What's going on with these perfect regals? Yeah, I should relist these. %, crit damage, 9% crit spell damage, cold damage, and energy shield. Wow, that's worth that much? I guess with all the comet builds out there, that's crazy. I would think that just % increased spell damage would be worth more than cold damage, right? I feel like I've rolled some of those recently, and they weren't worth that much. Okay, so 42 each. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to check it out. Does what have flat crit chance for minions? Are you talking about his jewel? I didn't get the jewel if you tried sending it. I just got a K message. I think they can have flat crit chance for minions. Pretty sure they can. No worries. Oh, these have a pretty nice spread. That's weird. Do you play on console? Oh, actually, hang on to these. There it is. It's definitely nice looking. I'm only seeing 20 div. I mean, if you roll it perfect, it might be worth more. So there's one corrupted one that has 5 stats. That's worth 2,500 div. This one's crazy. It's also got perfect stats. Corrupted are worth a lot more. So if you can corrupt it. Oh. Gotcha. If you corrupt it, it's automatically worth a lot more. Oh shit, this one has 5 stats too. That's so crazy that you can corrupt these and get a 5th line on them. That's wild. Because then you use a 5-line one with Adorned, and that's, yeah, that's OP. One pretty easy way to make a decent amount of currency, come to think of it, is I need to lower the price on some of these, but just rolling magic, regular jewels, and then corrupting them. They're worth a lot. Those are also pretty easy to craft. Yeah, here's one similar to the one you have. Although it's sanctified. I bought this one for a build that I was testing, and it I didn't realize until after that it was sanctified. Crazy how small the spread is on those. Somebody already undercut me on perfect regals. Oh yeah. I'm a little tired myself too. I think I'm actually about to sign off. It's only 11 p.m. here, but I'm exhausted. The spread on Chance Orbs to Divines is crazy right now. Let's see if I can buy like 50 divs worth. Actually, I'll just do like 20 divs worth. 340. Yeah, I can barely keep my eyes open now. I think I'm probably going to call it here for the night, guys. Thank you for everybody that stuck around for my stream, that watched. This was a fun streaming session. I should be back on tomorrow, same time. So if you guys want to stop by and say hi, I should be on around then. Probably like I'll probably be on like 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific time. UTC -8 for anybody who's not in the US. Yeah. So everybody have a good night. I will catch you guys later. Peace.